their 3-2 zone, which was very effective against Woodgrove, which held them to no shots in the final 9 minutes of last game, and the improved shooting percentage.
All right, Ben, looks like we're ready for the starting lineups here. So as they call them out down on the floor, we'll be announcing them up here. And then we'll also want to mention the rest of the players on both teams. Give everybody some shout-outs this evening. As Ben was mentioning, Millbrook has a pretty formidable press, and so does Valley. So it sounds like they have pretty similar styles. These two did meet last year in the state semifinals, and Millbrook won that game and went on to win the state championship. Here comes your Millbrook starting lineups. Number 3, Jalen Abernathy. Number 5, Emily McGee. Number 10, Haley Page. Number 20, Allison Hawk. And number 32, only a freshman, Avery O'Rourke. And the other members of the Pioneers are Lauren Bartlett, Shiana Harrison, Jenna McClung, Vanessa Cooper, Mallory Taylor, Caitlin Brocious, and Sophia Lertora. And here come the Loudoun Valley Vikings introductions for you. Olivia Badura, first off the bench, the point guard. Sarah Thompson, only a junior, in her starting role. Haley Pascalone, headed for Randolph-Macon next year, the senior is. Megan Stevenson. And last but not least, number 40, Lakin Crisco. The rest of the Vikings are Grace Wagers, Alyssa Hassan, Jordan Campbell, Kate Brennan, Sarah Cahoon, Allison Traub, and Jane Bottomer. And now we're going to get ready for our national anthem here. So, seriously. All right, we are getting ready to go here. It's a wonderful rendition of the national anthem.
There we go.
Ben, any comments before we get started here tonight? I know you have a lot of notes over there on all the research you've done.
Well, I just wanted to add to your comment about the Millbrook press. In the last game against Woodgrove, they held them to 1 for 10 from the floor and 6 turnovers in the first quarter. So I think if Millbrook can do that against the Lady Vikings here, I guess that would set them up for a potential win here.
Sounds about right, Ben. We're getting ready for tip-off here. Should be an exciting match. I'll do this.
Jungle looks packed already.
All right, so Stevenson on the jump against Haley Page, and we are underway.
Okay.
Vikes control the tip. Emily Thompson Sarah Thompson, working away across half court.
Looks like Millbrook starting out in the man defense.
Sarah drains a 3 to start us off.
Vikings in a press here.
Vikings pressing right away, as Ben mentioned. And Millbrook breaks it, going to the other end. Haley Page with the basket for the Pioneers. And Vikings quickly back the other way, can't connect. Pasquin with the rebound, puts it back up. Stevenson gets it, back up again. She can't connect. Crisco pulls it down, back to Pasquin, and finally, there's the basket.
No boxing out there by the Pioneers there.
Yeah, that was a lot of work for the Vikes to get one basket.
Vikings in that press again.
And that's a turnover.
Got a press battle early.
Badura puts it up, can't connect. Sorry, Ben, I'll let you chat a little bit and have a little issue here.
Oh, bounce off the rim for Woodgrove, or Millbrook. Oh,
and there's a turnover by the Vikes. Baseline jumper off the mark by Abernathy.
Millbrook may want to start improving their shooting percentage. After the last game, they went 6 for 18 in the first quarter last game against Woodgrove, which was about 33%. So an early trend here, coming back to bite Millbrook early on.
All right, get up on that. Sorry, folks, a little technical difficulty there. Get up on that thing for now. We got a foul on Millbrook there. And a loose ball goes over to Millbrook. Another turnover for the Vikes.
Kind of helter-skelter here early. Nobody seems to have an early advantage here.
Yeah, and I'm kind of not surprised. You got two teams that are used to pressing. As that shot is off the mark by Allison Hawk. Quickly pulled down by Stevenson. Over to Thompson, and Thompson lays it up and in for her second basket of the evening. So nice work there by the Vikes.
Yep, got a foul here. Looks like Stevenson gets called on that foul.
Yep. First foul on Stevenson. You can actually see, as I try to keep it updated, along the bottom of the screen, it'll tell you, the most recent action. There's a takeaway by Badura. She brings it all the way back up. Can't connect, but Pasquin right there for the rebound.
Like they tell you back in youth basketball, always follow the shot. You never know when you're going to be able to pick up an easy
Valley's
basket.
doing a nice job of that so far. They're killing them on the boards.
A timeout.
And we got a timeout by Millbrook. I'll be there first. I think I have, see if I can get a replay queued up for us here, Ben. We get that updated there. Let's see if I have something ready. So this is the rebound by Stevenson. She brings it all the way back up.
Throws it
Quick
across.
pass over to Thompson. Nice little play there by the Vikes as we're getting ready to come back to live action. Millbrook brings it up. It's Avery O'Rourke with the ball, a freshman for Millbrook.
15 points the last game against Woodgrove.
O'Rourke.
O'Rourke.
And you hear the chants of air ball from the Jungle. Jungle always very subtle and letting people know what they think.
In order for the Vikings to win this game, they have to keep O'Rourke on check, or in check here.
Yes, they do.
Led the team last game in 15.
As the Vikings continue to dominate the offensive boards.
Eat up the offensive glass again.
Pass below the three-pointer.
Looks like Millbrook needs to start boxing out or clean the glass. It's going to be a long night for them.
They're saying that was only a two-pointer. It looked like a three to me. as
Page
Millbrook
turns over
can't
that
connect
ball.
on their shot. And Valley then throws it away. Crisco the rebound. Looks like, yeah, Valley turned it right back over though. Errant pass there. First real sign of sloppiness we've seen. As the Vikings are playing pretty clean so far.
With a 9-point lead here, I would say they're not.
And there's another turnover.
Millbrook's having a tough time handling the environment, especially the jungle here early.
Yes, they are. And like I said, I think they're not used to the press. They do it themselves all year, but having trouble handling Valley's press.
I also think the 4C regional championship is a big stage, and I'm not sure if they're used to it.
Yeah, they lost a lot of seniors last year. They actually won the state championship last year, but I was talking to the radio announcers to my left here earlier, and as Badura drives all the way in, a nice layup. Beautiful bucket for her. And they lost, I think, 4 seniors or so from their team last year. Nice drive from Abernathy, but she can't connect. Rebounded
Definitely tough to overcome.
Rebounded by Stevenson. Quickly up the floor. Turn it back over.
And I believe that's 2 consecutive turnovers here by the Vikings.
And
just so they say that, Millbrook turns it over themselves.
Yep. And Pasqualone gives it right back. All of a sudden, we had a turnover fest going. And Abernathy drops that one home.
5'10" senior drops that in.
Look at Haley working inside. Nice work. Pasqualone just having her way on the inside thus far. And Millbrook's going to have to find an answer for that if they're going to stay in this. And there's another steal. Badura with an easy layup. And Millbrook just seems thoroughly baffled by this press.
If I'm Millbrook here, I'm thinking of the timeout here. It's starting to get away from them.
Yeah, but they just took one, Ben. As another shot off the bottom of the backboard from Millbrook. There's an errant pass. It's going to be tracked down. They didn't call it over and back. Okay, they're saying it got touched.
Ref fell asleep.
Well, Valley thought it was.
Oh.
There's a three-pointer. Who was that, Ben?
I did actually not see that. I wasn't able to see a good angle here.
That was Avery O'Rourke.
O'Rourke
give it to
with that
Avery O'Rourke,
shot, I guess. Who had, again, 15 points against Woodgroves.
Pasqualone, that's a three. So Pasqualone is on fire. 11 points and 3 rebounds for the senior.
And I like the Vikings' idea of switching up the defenses.
There's another timeout. Another timeout taken by Millbrook. And we're going to step away to a quick commercial here, Ben. We'll be right back. If I can find this. Okay, I got a quick replay for you here. There's Pasqualone working inside, making the bucket. And then, I believe you'll see coming right off the inbounds here, we're going to get a steal. And a
right
putback.
to the press.
Here comes the press. And there's the steal by Badura. Puts it right back in. So Valley with 4 quick points right there on one play. As we get back to live action here.
Oh, 20-7 lead here early. Not expecting that one.
I was not expecting that either, Ben. But it's early. Remember, this team's used to putting up a lot of points, and we've seen Valley go from struggling in the first quarter to blowing people out. So it's entirely possible as that shot's off the mark.
No one hit the glass for the Pioneers on that, but they get the ball back. Lays it up.
Yeah, the Valley threw it away. I think that was
Well, number
Avery,
5 was that
32.
scored that one. Emily
Emily McGee
Maggie,
on that one.
the 6'1" junior.
And we got another turnover for Valley there. Like Stevenson lost the handle. As the sophomore Jordan Campbell's in the game for the Vikes now.
We got the press by the Vikings again. Seemed to really confuse.
This press, and Campbell takes it away.
Millbrook
Tries to put it up, gets fouled on the way up, and she'll go to the line. So again, Millbrook just cannot, they couldn't even get the ball past the three-point line on that one. Foul was on McGee. It's only his second team foul. Go ahead, Ben.
I just feel like the lack of experience with all the 4 starters that left this Millbrook team. They're having a tough time understanding how to break through the press here.
Yeah, that definitely hurts. And I think they had a lot of the same issues that Valley did. During the season, they just didn't face a whole lot of competition as Campbell makes both. So I was a little concerned about Valley coming in because they really hadn't had that many tough, close games. But they seem to be showing their mettle here.
You know, the silver lining is it's still in the first half here, or
there's another
second quarter,
three. That one's, yep, it's still early. There's another three. That was off the mark. Rebound eventually picked up by Millbrook, passing over, and there's a nice shot.
A lot of contact there.
Yeah, but it was a loose ball.
Letting them play. That's what I like.
That's right. The three was off the mark from, I did not see who made that basket, so we'll just give it a team basket for the Pioneers.
Into the middle. Oh, nice dump down.
Pascalone again. I see my scores off by
Haley Pascalone with that basket.
There we go.
Nice dump down underneath there by the Vikings.
That was a nice play. As the ball's poked away, Pascalone picks it up and works quickly back the other way off her own foot.
Oh.
She can't quite save it out of bounds, so won't really go. I don't know if anybody really had control of that. But at any rate, Millbrook winds up with the ball deep in their own end with 30 seconds left. Down by 13.
A press again.
And they get and break the initial there.
There you go, throws in the middle.
Now they work underneath. That shot off the mark, put back up and fouled.
Great effort by Haley Page there of the Millbrook Pioneers.
Yeah, and she's going to the line with the foul on Jordan Campbell there.
Starting to see some life on the offensive glass for the Millbrook Pioneers.
They're going to need it because they'll get killed if they can't get boards. The Vikings love to get boards and put them back.
So much size.
As you hear the Jungle starting their chant of Ophir. That is short-lived, though, as Haley Page makes the second one.
Quite the boisterous crowd tonight.
Yes, it is. As my friend Wayne likes to say, we got packed boots in here. The stands are almost full. There was a line out the door before 5 o'clock tonight.
Is there a shot?
Dura off the mark of the three. Rebound pulled down.
Just not enough behind that
but
shot
not
there.
Enough time to make it.
End the first quarter here.
So, the end of the first, scored 24-12 in favor of the Vikings. We're going to go to a quick commercial. We'll be right back. All right, as we come back here, we'll show you some quick team stats.
Looks like the rebounding advantage.
Yeah, huge rebound advantage for the Vikings. Turnovers are fairly even. Vikes 2 of 3 from three-point land. And
4 of 12 by the
overall.
Pioneers for shooting here. field goals.
And that's not good. And they've been a lot of bunnies in there too. They need to start shooting a little better than that.
And the unfortunate news about that shooting percentage for Millbrook, they shot 5 of 16 in the second and against Woodgrove last game, which was 31%. So
yeah, they're going to have to shoot a little better than that in order to stay with the Lady Vikes tonight.
Hopefully they have that
one's
stat.
off the mark. So you can hear the chants of air ball from the partisan crowd here at Loudoun Valley.
Looks like we've got a 2-3. Looks like a 2-3 zone here.
Yes, it does. 2-3 zone. They extend it out to try to cut off the high post.
They got to try something because
errant pass by
Valley
Bottomer, but she gets it back.
Throw that ball anywhere as they turn it over.
And there's a turnover. And back the other way, off the mark, but rebounded and back in.
Not a very good job of transition defense there to get back. No. Got to handle the ball better next time.
Yeah, gotta avoid these turnovers, especially in the half court. I mean, it's one thing to turn over on a press, but when you're in a half court set, you really need to protect that ball. As Thompson gets herself stuck in the corner, but then works it out. Crisco.
That's a foul there.
The shot. I'm surprised
like
I didn't call that foul myself, but she gets the bucket to fall.
Muscled it up there.
Yes, she did. That was a nice work by Lakin there.
Yep, we got a trap at the top.
Yep, Valley trapping in the corner, almost gets it. Millbrook trying to work it inside. And there's a nice move.
Good defense there, just a better shot. Pascalone was on the defender on that one. Couldn't ask her to do any more than what she did.
Yeah, it looks like the Vikes are starting to give a couple of their starters a rest. As there's really only, I guess there's 3 starters in there now. Campbell with a shot from the corner, off the mark, pulled down.
Oh, got a foul.
Pulled down by Allison Hawk, but then she's fouled by Jordan Campbell. That'll be her second.
It looks like the Pioneers made an adjustment on the rebounding side of things there. It's not as easy for the Vikings to go in there and pick offensive rebounds off the glass.
Yeah, it's not. And I'm not sure if it's an adjustment or just the coach going, look, we got to get some boards. We are not going to win this game without boards. Or
the realization that it's a Region 4C championship game here.
Yes, it is. And there's another bucket. And all of a sudden, Allison Hawk getting hot. And now the Pioneers back, get it below double digits. As that ball's tapped away, it'll stay with the Vikings. But the Pioneers seem to have figured out the press a little bit here.
And like we mentioned early, basketball's a game of runs, and it looks like Millbrook's hitting their run.
Yep, Millbrook's definitely on one now. They've figured out the press. They've started getting offensive rebounds. As Pascalone, a long two-pointer. They don't give her the 3, but it's a nice shot nonetheless. As she continues to have the hot hand. And that ball's taken away. Taken away by, and a quick basket by Stevenson. As yet another turnover by Millbrook leads to an easy bucket for the Vikes.
I just about to mention a closeout on Pascalone there that failed to happen with Millbrook. And that right when I say that, they get the ball back and score.
Yes, they did.
Pioneers.
O'Rourke with another three-pointer. That was a nice-looking shot from outside.
Bad news for the Vikings as O'Rourke heats up.
Oh, there you go. Nice work inside, but Stevenson can't connect.
Oh, got him to finish those.
Got to finish those is right. And Millbrook pulls down the rebound. And then the ball's knocked out, but it's okay. Vikings got it back. No foul, but Millbrook turns it back over.
Well, points are hard to come by. You got to have those baskets.
Yeah, you do. Pascalone's 3 was off the mark that time.
So you abandon the press here, the Vikings, until they get back in a half-court defense.
Millbrook brings up a long 3 off the mark. Millbrook pulls down the board.
Nobody hitting the glass.
And nails that one.
Yep. Vikings standing and watching. Millbrook taking it to them.
Yeah, that was a long rebound, though. But definitely got to get a body on a body in order to get these rebounds. So now it's a 7-point game. This is about as close as Millbrook has been since early on. We're almost halfway through our second quarter here.
And I don't think it's really, I guess, the lead hasn't really shrunk because of anything that Millbrook's doing. It's just the Vikings aren't really taking care of the ball.
Well, Millbrook's getting rebounds and they're making shots now.
And on the other hand,
I say that, Badura from downtown.
But you got to give the other team credit. They came here to play too.
Yes, they did. And there's another steal. The Vikings wind up in a triple team and take the ball away. A bit of an errant pass over to Thompson, but Sarah manages to get the handle as the Vikes go back into their half-court set. Badura working up top, over to Thompson. Thompson down to Stevenson. Skip pass over to Pasquin. Pasquin drives the lane.
Yep, get a ball out of bounds.
Foul, but didn't get it. But the Vikes will maintain possession. As our outstanding referee crew here this evening for our regional final. Don't recognize any of these referees myself, but I'm sure they're outstanding. And Loudon Valley takes their first time out. So we're gonna, well, we can, let's see if we got some stats for you here. Let's do a little bit of player stats while we got a break. And get these up here. Look at that, Haley Pasqualone, 15 points already. She is having a night. At that pace, she's gonna wind up in the 40s, Ben.
For sure. Someone better get a body on her from the Pioneers. And speaking of the Pioneers, O'Rourke has 6 early on.
Yeah, the Pioneers are pretty spread out. 6-6-3-2-2 there. The Vikes, as usual, they've got six of the Lady Vikes have scored already, and that's typical of how they play. It's spread the ball around and let everybody score and figure out who's got the hot hand and keep feeding them. And that seems to be Pasqualone tonight.
And for anybody wondering why this game is being played here tonight, the Loudon Valley had a higher winning percentage than Millbrook in the regular season, with a 905 for Valley and 864 winning percentage.
So,
not really sure how it impacts the game, but I thought it'd be a kind of a cool stat for.
Well, it impacts the game because home court's definitely a big advantage, especially when you get to this point, because you know you're going to be playing to packed houses, and that animosity is definitely going to affect the other team.
I guess just one of those variables. You never know how it's going to affect these teams.
Yeah, you never know, and it's, you know, like I said, it's a different environment in here than they're used to playing in all year. That's a tough pass, but handled by Crisco. Over to Pasqualone, who drains another one. As Haley remains the girl with a hot hand here. 17 for her. As Millbrook drives the lane but can't connect, and that
great outlet
quickly
pass.
Working back up. Beautiful outlet pass. I think that was Pasqualone again with a nice pass.
Take advantage of those easy baskets there.
Yep. And Millbrook
Feet
breaks
underneath.
the press successfully. Back to Page, and they get an easy bucket. That is the
Haley.
advantage when you break the press. You tend to get easy ones. As Stevenson drives
Page
in,
with that bucket.
gets blocked. Valley tries to save it in bounds.
We got Vikings down behind the play.
And a nice
man
layup
right.
at the other end for the Pioneers.
Millbrook did a better job of getting on the transition defense on this play.
As Badura put up the shot, off the mark, rebound went to Millbrook. And then Pasqualone with the foul, her first. Valley back to a 10-point lead here. No one's really in, no foul issues at all, only 4 and 2, so not expecting to have free throws play into this first half at least.
Kind of surprising with all the contact we've had early in this, or in the first half here.
Yeah, but it's playoff basketball. They tend to let them be a little bit more physical most of the time in the playoffs. At this level anyway. I mean, these girls all know what they're doing. They've been playing 20-some games at a very high level. It's a nice drive and shot.
And don't get me wrong, I don't mind the referees
As
putting away the
O'Rourke
whistles.
puts it in. A nice looking move by O'Rourke there. See if we can catch that on a replay eventually here. Thompson works over to Pascalone. Pascalone trying to feed it back. Pass got tipped. Thompson still wound up with it. Now it's on the floor. And
Getting in the passing lanes.
Pascalone got nicked a little bit there. But she's holding her elbow. She's going to stay in the game, though.
Good hustle for the 50-50 ball.
Yes, it was good hustle. I'm just hoping Haley didn't bang up her elbow there. She's
Very important
it.
piece.
Yeah, and she's been shooting so well. You hate to see her hurt her shooting arm.
It looks like no word for wear here.
Dura working with the ball. Ooh,
almost threw
bit
away.
of a dangerous pass to Thompson. And then
a silly
unnecessary foul called on number 23, Vanessa Cooper from Millbrook.
In a close game like that, you can't have silly fouls like that.
Yeah, it's not going to affect them too much, though. They're nowhere near the bonus.
That's okay.
Yeah, it was kind of odd because I thought she would foul earlier because the pass was a bit off.
Looks
now
like
it gets tipped. Campbell scoops it up.
Millbrook in a 3-2 zone.
Back over to guess who? Haley Pascalone again. Picking a good time to have a career night is Miss Pascalone. As Millbrook works it up, works it inside. Nice work, but they can't connect on the board. And there's a jump ball, held ball, excuse me. And that will go to the Vikings.
The switch to the 3-2 zone is a little bit early happening for Millbrook. Because in the last game against Woodgrove, they switched to that, the 32-31 lead with 1:17 left in the third of last game.
Yeah, I'm sure they're just trying to keep the Vikings on their toes, not let them get easy baskets. I mean, the Vikings are doing great in transition. As there's a skip pass over to Pascalone again.
Definitely a great tactic.
Three, but off the mark.
Definitely a great tactic to mix up the defenses.
Yep, rebound pulled down by Avery O'Rourke, who goes in and gets fouled. Foul's going to be on Badura, her first, and only the 15th foul. So 22 seconds, we're not going to see the bonus unless something really odd happens. The Vikes try to cling to their 10-point lead here.
Can't get the ball in up. Yes, they do.
That's a tough inbounds pass. Badura pokes it away. Millbrook still winds up with it.
Vikings got to get their hands up in the passing lanes.
Guess who? Haley Pascalone again drives the lane and connects. Oh, my goodness.
Lays it high up the glass.
We're going to give her player of the game, and it's only the first half. Crazy. 5 seconds. Ball poked away. 3 seconds. That one goes up and off the mark, and that's going to do it. So halftime score, Valley 41, Millbrook 29. We will be right back after a couple commercials. Do a couple of quick, see if we can do a couple quick replays, maybe some stats, and then we'll take a longer break for our commercials. We'll be right back. Yeah, in fact, Ben, why don't you read some of our sponsors here, and I'll pull up a couple of replays. So go ahead.
All right, while we got a few minutes here, I'd like to thank the families who contributed so that we could cover the VHL streaming fee and bring you tonight's game. The families we'd like to thank are Thompson, Adams, Crisco, Kosinski, I really hope I didn't butcher that name, Watt, Wagers, and McFarland.
And there are a few others in there as well, Ben. We'll scroll those across the top of your screen here momentarily. But yeah, big shout out to like the Riverside Rams parents came through and paid off the balance of the thing, and several Valley parents and others contributed. So, all right, let's see. I'm going to have a series of replays. We're going to have to kind of guess a little bit at what they are, but we'll make our way through them, and then we'll go to commercials. All right, so here we have the long inbounds pass by the Vikes. There's one of Pascalone's first buckets. Well, she didn't connect on that one. Stevenson. This was a crazy play at the beginning where we got about 4 rebounds. There's Pascalone's
bucket. Look at the
bucket.
volleyball game out here.
That was very much volleyball, but I think the Vikes had about 4 rebounds on that. And here's Millbrook early. They broke the press on that one, but they really struggled against the press in the first quarter, as that shot was typically off the mark. Stevenson working quickly back up. So it's nice work over to Thompson, who drains that one. Let's see what we got next here. Okay, this is guess who? Haley Pascalone again. Now, we did this one earlier. Now Millbrook struggling with the press.
Definitely are. I would keep it up if I'm the Vikings.
Yep. Here they try to get it in the middle. It gets poked away, and Badura says, "Thank you very much. I'll make that little lefty layup." And look at that, it's 15-4 at that point. Here we are 22-9. Again, Millbrook. There they broke the press. This was one of the few times they broke it. But then that shot was, I don't know why they took that long three. Crazy loose ball. Millbrook picks it up and gets the bucket. And somehow Jordan Campbell avoided the foul there. There's another example, Millbrook. I'm sure they struggled with the press on this one. Nope, they got that one across. And a nice drive off the mark. But look at how quick the Vikings come back the other way. Look at that transition. Badura all alone at the other end for a beautiful layup.
They always say if you can get the ball up the court, passing it, then dribbling it, do it.
Oh yeah, much better, much faster. And here was, I think this was a Millbrook drive here. Badura putting pressure on the ball. That was a tough shot. That was a nice drive and a tough shot by the Pioneers there.
Coach McFarland freak out in the corner there.
And it's maybe we only have a couple more highlights here. Okay, this is another outlet. Watch Stevenson work this up the floor. She may be the center, but she knows how to pass, and she's got great vision down the court. She works over to Thompson for an easy bucket. All right, and that was, okay, I think we saw this one already. Yeah, I think we're back to the beginning here. Let's see.
For the size the Vikings have, they can get up and down the floor pretty quick, too.
Yeah, we saw this one. Okay, that's it for our replays. Yeah, you're right, Ben. They do get up and down in a hurry.
Especially Stevenson.
Yep. Okay, so we're going to step away for a few minutes, show a series of commercials here, and we'll be back with some stats for you before we start the second half.
You know, nothing is more precious than family. Our children, pets, and loved ones, that's the true power of life. Recognizing the risk to our family and pets is a big responsibility. There's going to be times we have to make decisions where we have to weigh the risk versus the benefit. For example, Lyme disease. The Center for Disease Control states that 300,000 people are infected with Lyme disease each year. That's 25,000 new cases a month. 25% of those new cases are children, ages 5 to 14. That's a significant risk. Mosquito-borne diseases and tick-borne diseases in our area are at the highest levels probably in the history of the country. Protect them. That's higher love. The worst thing you can do is nothing.
At Viking Concrete Solutions, customer satisfaction is what drives us. We take ordinary concrete and turn it into something extraordinary. Our low-cost decorative concrete systems are sure to grab everybody's attention. From residential, indoor, and outdoor textured overlays to the industrial rubberized epoxy coating, your free estimate is just a phone call away. You can also find us on Yelp, Instagram, and Facebook. Let us be your solution.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kirk Norbo. Here at Norbo Dental.
And I'm Dr. Justin Norbo. We invite you to visit us for all of your general dentistry needs.
And we look forward to having our family serve your family.
Whether you're an infant or senior, people from all walks of life are welcome to our practice. From cleanings and restoration procedures and surgeries, we personalize your care based upon your individual needs. We provide same-day crowns made right here in our office, dentures, implants, and extractions. Featuring 3D cone beam imaging, we can diagnose and treat problems with careful precision. We also offer cosmetic dentistry and orthodontic services. Serving on dental committees and councils at the American Dental Association, Virginia Dental Association, and Academy of General Dentistry, we are active in the dental community to better serve you. At Norbo Dental, your smile is our top priority.
And we look forward to having our family serve your family.
Okay, we are back as we get ready for the second half. I'm going to bring you up some stats here, and my buddy Ben here is going to tell you all the information. Here you go, Ben. Team stats to start with.
All right, well, we got team stats as we begin the second half. We have the rebounding advantage for the Vikings has evaporated as the Vikings have 10 and 9. Turnovers are even. Shooting percentages are up. And not many free throws. There's 4 in the entire game, so expect that number to increase as the game goes on.
All right, now go to some player stats here. Get rid of those. Okay,
numbers that jump off the page there. 21 for Pascalone. Badura had 9.
Come back to this as they're getting started.
Roke had 8 as we begin the second half here.
All right, so Millbrook now working right to left on your radio dial. Ball's tapped away, picked up by Badura, works it up the floor. And Pascalone actually missed one. Stevenson got the rebound, put it back up, and got fouled. I think she missed that on purpose, Ben, just because she knew Megan would get the rebound.
Who knows? Well, like I said, looks like they're going to try to make it a point to get to the line more often in this quarter.
I don't think that was the intent of that. I think Haley just was a little off balance. But Megan right there for the rebound as she connects on the first free throw.
Who knows? They might be able to hear us all the way up here.
I'm sure they can.
I doubt it, though.
I'm sure they're watching the stream down there. Millbrook pulls down the board, works back up.
Vikings in a man defense.
Oh, that looked pretty clean from all the way
up
here.
All ball up here.
They called Stevenson for the foul. Looked like a nice block from our vantage point, but we're not exactly right next to the action as the refs are.
That's all right. We've got to overcome the refs.
I don't think that was a bad call. I think we just couldn't see it all. Allison Hope knocks down the first. And short on the second. Board pulled down by Pascalone to add to her stats. As that ball's taken away and then taken back and
telegraphed
run away
that pass.
again. A little topsy-turvy here, and we wind up with a, I don't know what that signal is.
Like a held ball, maybe.
That was a weird held ball signal. I think he called a foul. I'm not sure what that symbol is. When he takes his hands and goes like that, I really don't know what that is. I think they're calling a foul. Yeah, they called a foul on Badura.
The only thing I could think of was over the back, but that wouldn't make sense in that play.
Well, there's not really over the back. I think they're saying that she reached around rather than, getting the ball from the front, which is a foul. It's just an odd symbol. As Hauk drains the bucket. Whoops.
Good thing they're not paying up to decode what they meant.
And Vikings the Pioneers back to 10 as Valley works it underneath. easy bucket for Stevenson on a nice
tic-tac-toe as the Vikings get back in their press again.
Yeah, that was a tic-tac-toe pass. Did a nice job of getting it over to Stevenson. His Valley press.
Got to get it in the middle. Once you get it in the middle, the press is pretty much broken.
Yep. Millbrook works it across. The shot is off the mark. And the rebound goes out of bounds.
Good attempt at the box out.
Yeah, Crisco had position, but a little off balance. Couldn't quite pull that one in, as that one's batted right back out of bounds by Stevenson. Pioneers will maintain possession. They work it over to the corner. Underneath to Hauk. She puts it up and in.
Solid defense by the Vikings. It just went over the top.
Yeah, but you can't let them get it that low. I mean, Allison Hauk got it right on the low block. Stevenson drives in and gets called for the charge.
But once you get the ball down there, pretty much all you can do is put your hands up and hope the ball doesn't go in.
Yeah, that's 3 fouls on Stevenson, so they're probably going to have to sit her for a little bit.
Definitely. If they lose her, the rebounding advantage is much more up and doubt, or in doubt.
She is protesting with the ref, but I don't think she's going to win that argument. Players rarely do. And we'll see if Coach McFarland pulls her out here. There's a lot of time left to be playing with 3 fouls. And
Coach
the referee is now talking to Stevenson about something. I'm not entirely sure what. And
Coach,
here comes the sub.
And Coach
as
McFarland.
Jane Bottomer will come in for her. Go ahead, Ben.
I just was going to say, Coach McFarland obviously knows his bench at this point, so I'm not.
Yeah, well,
I don't think he's too worried about what's happening right now.
Well, he is a little bit. I mean, you got one of your better players with, as the Millbrook coach wants a foul. That'll look like a charge more than anything else, so I don't think he should protest too much if he'll get the wrong call.
Well, at least he does get a little bit of rest, though, even though the fouls are a problem.
Yes, and then they call a turnover. All right, so back-to-back turnovers as Millbrook gives it up, and then I think that was Bottomer. Didn't quite have her hand on top of the ball. They called her for turning it over.
Not much flow to this third quarter here.
No, not yet, not yet. I'm just looking for the Vikes to hang it. Oh, there's a long 2 by the rookie Avery O'Rourke. And now we're at 36. There we go. 8-point lead. And Valley turns it over. Oh, Valley's got a timeout as Coach McFarland is talking to his freshman point guard, Jane Bottomer. A lot of pressure for the freshman here. Millbrook trying to climb back in, down by 8, and they know Stevenson's on the bench, so I think they're going to try to take advantage and work inside a little bit more. I mean, Stevenson's a big, tall girl. She's a big force in there. The Vikes are going to have to look for Crisco, I think, to step up a little more and get more active on defense. She's always great on the boards, but Stevenson's one that, I mean, Stevenson was first team all-district, wasn't she, Ben?
I believe she was,
yeah.
Yes. My stats right here believe she was. She was a first team all-conference.
Yeah, first team all-conference. So that's definitely going to hurt the Vikes. They're just going to try to hang on here and get to the fourth quarter with Stevenson on the bench, most likely. It's a typical strategy.
It looks like they just have to team defense here.
Campbell inbounds to Bottomer. Over to Badura. Skip past.
Hands are down for the Pioneers.
The Vikes are in a 4-guard lineup. They're going pretty small here. Vikes have 4 guards, and then Haley Pascalone is more or less the center. You got Badura, Thompson, Campbell, and Bottomer, as now Crisco comes in for Bottomer. Give him a little more size in there.
It just looks like they're gonna have to rebound in a 5-person unit here.
Oops, wrong way. Badura puts it up, can't connect. Tapped in by Pascal.
Right inside the free throw line there. Oh, great pass.
As Millbrook works it underneath. Can't connect, but there is a foul. Foul's going to be, I think that's on Campbell. Waiting for it to pop on the board here. Yes, that's Campbell. That's her third. And all of a sudden, there was no trouble in the first, and all of a sudden the Vikings got a couple players in foul trouble.
You know, while we mentioned all conference teams and all kind of other things, O'Rourke at the line was an all NWD second team.
That's pretty good for a freshman. As Millbrook pulls down the rebound, puts up a shot but can't connect. Crisco pulls the next rebound down. Fedora works it over to Thompson. Thompson underneath Crisco. Crisco finds an open Jordan Campbell, and Campbell lays it up and in.
It almost looked
nice look there by Crisco.
A 1-2-2 by the Pioneers there.
Yeah? Well, it didn't work. Valley did a nice job working it around. As that one's off the mark. Rebound pulled by Crisco again. Valley with an errant pass up the floor. Millbrook brings it back. They get trapped. And
they got the timeout.
Millbrook takes a quick timeout. So they're down to 2 left now. That's only going to be a 30-second one. Let me see if we can get some quick player stats here.
Not very thrifty with the timeouts, the Millbrook coach.
No, but he's trying to. His player was trapped and he didn't want to lose the ball again. So there you see the foul trouble for the Vikes. Stevenson and Campbell both with 3. So we're looking at, what do we got? 3.5 minutes left in this quarter. They're just
about
trying to get through. And Pascalone, after being on fire in the first half, has yet to score in this quarter. You see a couple of the Pioneers in double digits. Now, I apologize. The Pioneers players aren't going to be entirely up to date. I've definitely missed a few of them. But I think the Valley stats are pretty accurate.
You figure, though, a player like Pascalone can't be hot the whole game. And
no, she can't. She can't. And the rest of the team's expecting to, they'll pick up for her.
Got to give credit to
but there's
Millbrook, though.
There was just a mistake, and I'm not sure if it was on the passer or the recipient, but she passed it in before O'Rourke crossed the timeline, and she was going that direction. So as soon as she caught it, she was immediately stepped over for an over and back. So easy turnover for the Vikes.
Back to that 1-2-2 again.
Yep.
Throws it up to the top.
Work it around. Oh, they're going to call a travel on Crisco. Oh, no. Just took an extra step there right at the beginning.
Definitely not the NBA where you can get away with it.
Yeah, but anytime you take a step before you dribble, they're going to call that a lot. Unless you're James Harden, of course.
For sure.
As there, the Vikes. Oh, Millbrook, rookie mistake. Yep.
You don't never pick the ball up on the sidelines there.
And Ben, that's a classic freshman mistake right there. She dribbled right into the trap just over half court. So now you use the backcourt as your defender. You got 3 defenders on the ball. She just had nowhere to go. And look who's back.
The technical term for that would be the trapping area. I don't know, in championships like this, the brain speeds up, and sometimes you just don't think.
And another, are you kidding? Another foul on Stevenson? Wow. I'm surprised she's back in, and then immediately picks up a quick foul. So she's in there with 4 fouls right now. I'm very surprised at this strategic move by McFarland, but...
He's a gambler.
Well, I don't know if he's a gambler, but he definitely knows what he's doing. As that ball's batted around, Millbrook retains possession, goes off of Bedura, and going to stay with the Pioneers.
I think as a player, you got to just mentally just remember what stage of the fouls you're in.
Yeah,
and how many you have.
But I mean, they put her back in with, still over 4 minutes in the third quarter, and she almost immediately picked up a foul. And the Pioneers are really starting to try to take advantage here, and they're just driving the lane and picking up fouls right and left, and that's on Campbell. That's her 4th.
Getting close to, I guess we're on 1-on-1 here.
So all of a sudden, Millbrook is down by 8. They've got 2 of the Valley girls in serious foul trouble. Interesting shot making
and we
there.
failed to rebound that ball there, but we got it back.
Vikings pull down the rebound, but then lose it. Ah, my goodness. And there's an easy bucket for the
That's just too easy.
Pioneers.
I'd like to see the Vikings slow it down and run something here and maybe get some points and slow down Millbrook.
All of a sudden, and Badura nails a three. That'll help.
Just
Millbrook
like that.
got back within 6, and Badura showing her senior leadership.
Immediately
Drains
jump back
a
into the
three.
press.
You're right, immediately on the press. Shot went up and off the mark. And then there's a foul on Millbrook as they tried to crash the boards and wound up crashing into Crisco. That's Haley Page, her first, only the second on the team. Oh, they're showing third. Sorry, I missed one somewhere. Add that back in. But Valley at 6. Millbrook's going to be in the 1-1 here shortly. Badura with a nice move underneath. Gets the layup. And now they're running the press again. Millbrook tries to fight through it.
Definitely
Work up to Haley Page. Page tries to pass it over, but Crisco picked it off. Couldn't quite control it and fell out of bounds. So Millbrook will retain possession, but she did stop the easy layup there. Oh, wide open three for the freshman. She drains it.
No one anywhere near for a
Freshman
closeout.
or not, you can't leave her that open. As Vikings quickly work it up.
Especially when you close out with your hands down.
Well, there was no one within 20 feet of her.
Just fair to communicate there.
Yep, somebody missed one there. Vikings, nice work
nice
underneath,
pass.
and there's Pasqualone. Scores her first buckets of the second half, and that ball's tapped away. Ooh, wow, that could almost be a flagrant there. That was a pretty rough foul.
I'm surprised they didn't at least think about the flagrant foul there.
He probably did.
And maybe inside his head, but definitely should have.
Haley Page was just a frustration foul there, and thankfully Badura's okay. Drains the first.
Seemed like Coach McFarland.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, it looked like Coach McFarland was just instructing his troops to get back and maybe not press this time.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they backed off a little. The foul trouble they're in, they don't want to put the Pioneers to the line, but they are still pressing. As that foul shot was off the mark. Now they're trapping at the half
Millbrook
court.
might want to get someone in the middle there. There we go.
Driving the lane, off the mark. Oh, yeah, okay. Good call. The shot went up, and the lady that shot it, I didn't catch her number, sorry.
I didn't see that number either, but it looked like when you get that wide open, you got to put the ball up against the backboard and get it in.
Yeah, she tried to put it in, but then when she went for the rebound, she jumped in from out of bounds and didn't establish inbounds first. So that was the right call, and the Vikings get the ball back. Millbrook now trapping very high. Over to Thompson. Thompson looks for an opening, can't find one. And there's a foul. All right, who is that number?
Number 11. Yes.
That's who shot the other one, too.
Sienna Harrison, I believe that name is.
Sienna Harrison with the foul on that.
If it wasn't, I apologize.
What's that?
Oh, there's the Sienna Harrison. I believe that was her name.
Oh, no, that's fine. Believe me, we're all used to having our names slandered. Thompson.
Especially mine.
And they call it a 3. Now we got one ref. Okay, they called it a 2. The ref on this side signaled 3, but the ref that was right next to the ball called it a 2. And there's a foul on someone on the Vikings. It's probably going to be Thompson, maybe Bottomer.
Kind of an odd place to have a foul there.
Well, they're pressing and trapping. She just got a hand in there and didn't hit the ball, hit the hand
You got to play
instead.
defense with your feet.
And look what's happened, Ben. The Vikes are back to a 13-point lead with just over a minute left. But now Millbrook is in the bonus, so we'll be shooting 1-1.
This is why these shots become important. This is how you get back in the game without any time off the clock.
Yes, it is. Is this O'Rourke at the line, I think?
Yep.
He nails the first. O'Rourke with 14 points as that one's off the mark. Oh, rebound pulled down by Millbrook. Page goes right back up and puts it in.
Got a box out there for the Vikings.
Yes, we
can't have
can't
an extra possession.
Yep, especially not a foul shot when you're in perfect position to box out. What do we got here?
That's all right. Hopefully that won't come back to bite them. Got a 1-2-2 again by the Millbrook Pioneers.
Okay, the Vikes working
At least
around up
looked
top.
like one. Now it's
Yep. Vikes running a weave up top as Millbrook's trying to pressure the ball a little, but they're being a little careful because they've seen the Vikes pass it around and make easy shots as Crisco with a nice rebound and put back.
definitely looks like Millbrook's making a concerted attempt to switch defenses, though, in hopes of confusing the Vikings.
And then Haley Page gets right back the other way and puts
Like
it in.
bowling pins.
Millbrook back within 10.
Like taking some air out of the ball for a one final shot here.
Yep, with 15 seconds left, I'm sure they'll play for one. And they'll probably leave a couple players on the bench to start the fourth and try to.
And if you're Millbrook,
There's a
you don't want
nice
to foul
look.
here.
Badura goes under the rim but can't connect. And the rebound pulled down by Hauk, but she doesn't get enough time to get off a shot. So that's going to do it for the third quarter. We're going to go to a quick commercial and we will be right back. All right, we are back. See some quick player stats here.
Pascalone with 23 and Badura with 15.
And I hate to say it, Pascalone having 23, but she had 21 in the first half. They're going to need her to get a little bit hotter here in the fourth quarter and try to regain that form, especially when you got Stevenson and Campbell with 4 fouls.
Especially Stevenson, who is one of their major rebounders.
She is, but Jordan Campbell's pretty much their 6th man coming off the bench, or 6th woman, as you will, in this case.
For sure. They're both important, but let's just see if they can make it through the rest of this game with those 4 fouls.
All right, here we go. Stevenson's back in, as Ben said. So she's playing with 4. We'll see how tentative she is.
We got Millbrook in a
As Valley
man-to-man defense, it looks like.
Yeah, they're trying to trap a little bit more up high.
Another one of those switching defenses again, where they just try to switch and try any defense to stop the Vikings.
Badura breaks right by it, puts up the shot. It's off the mark. Pascalone pulls it down, back out to Thompson. Thompson's off the mark, and they're going to call a foul on Pascalone as she bumped the Millbrook player, and we'll go back the other way for a 1-and-1. That'll be the 8th foul on the team. Only 2 on Haley, but the team with 8. Millbrook's going to spend a lot of time at the line here.
Have a chance to cut this.
Roke again.
To an
Knocks it
8-point
down.
game, they have a potentially.
Yep. And Roke gets them both.
An 8-point game, like a.
Okay, 8 points in 8 minutes. We got a close one. Valley's been in the lead almost, I think, the entire way, but Millbrook just refuses to go away.
And if you're
And
Millbrook,
there's a turnover.
you like how the score with no time going off the clock as they take it in.
Roke brings it back the other way and drops it home as Valley didn't really seem to
Bad
want to
news
come
for
over
the
on
Vikings.
defense.
O'Rourke's heating up. She has 19.
Yeah, defense didn't really rotate over on that one. They're playing a little bit tentative with all the fouls they've got. Pascalone.
Definitely not, but
Badura drives lane back to Pascalone, puts up a long jumper, got it. Haley Pascalone, the long deuce.
let's see who got more left in the tank here.
Yeah, I'm not as worried about. Oh, that's a. And they didn't call
Missed a
that.
foul
That was
there.
yeah. That was a
a
definite
moving
bump
screen,
that they
pretty
didn't call.
much.
Ooh, and there's it's poked away. Turnover, forced by the Vikes. Badura brings it down, puts it up, can't connect. But is that Pascalone, of course, right there for the rebound.
Just
What a
had enough to
shocker.
get it up. Again, another example why you follow your shot.
Oh, yes. And Valley's doing a much better job of that tonight. SALON now at 27. Stevenson trying to play defense without fouling, and she fouled again. Unbelievable.
Chance for a three-point play.
Well, Stevenson fouled out, more importantly. She's gone.
Definitely.
Stevenson is gone. Paige makes the basket.
Major story of
And with
that
now an
foul.
8-point advantage, a chance to cut it to 7, 6 minutes left. And Valley's best all-around player underneath is out of the game. Sticky ball. So that's going to go to the Vikes. I think on a free throw it goes to the, normally it's a jump ball, but I'm pretty sure on a free throw it goes to the team that normally would have got the rebound.
This may be the hardest decision of the night on how we get this basketball down.
Here comes
An assist from the crowd. Who says spectators aren't involved in the game?
as from out of the jungle, the senior comes out and taps it away. This should not be a jump ball. I think this should, I don't think that's a jump ball. I'm curious about that rule now, Ben. I know it's normally a jump ball, but I thought on a free throw it went to the team who's on the rebound. Anyway, they give it to Millbrook. Means Vikings get the next possession.
To be honest, I never even thought of the rule.
That shot's off the mark.
Millbrook gets back in numbers.
Oh, come on, get the ball.
Gotta get their hands up here. Maybe steal the ball, go the other way with it.
Okay, so Valley with an 8-point lead and the ball. Bottomer, the freshman, working around. Campbell gets fouled. Looks like it's Hauk on the foul.
There's your special guest, Coach Dawson, in the background here.
Yeah. Hang on one second.
All right, well.
That's yours. Sorry about that. As Ben said, we had a surprise visit from Coach Dawson. So we're just getting ready for the next game of our doubleheader.
Definitely looking sharp for tonight's game. I just hope the team looks sharp as well.
Yeah, he likes to look sharp. The well-dressed man. There's a pass underneath the Badura. Puts it up and in. Nice work. Beautiful look under there. As the Vikings showed great patience on the outside, working that ball around, and then found Badura wide open underneath.
Coach McFarland quite animated, and if I'm out on the floor, I'm thankful for the coach to be so active like that. Makes me more involved.
Yeah, McFarland's a very active guy. We've seen him a lot in football, a lot out here. As there's a steal by
Definitely
Badura,
a boost.
the freshman going coast to coast with the layup. Beautiful play. I'll match your freshman with my freshman. Olivia Badura taking it to the house as Millbrook will take a timeout. Going to leave them with one, I believe. Yes, one left for Millbrook.
That's definitely some poise for I believe a freshman.
Yes, Jane Bottomer.
Jane Bottomer.
Jane Bottomer is a freshman. We'll see. We should have that one on replay here.
To come
See if I
into
can
that
cue it up for you.
this environment and lay up the ball like that in a tough situation.
Here we go. Here's the play you just saw.
Millbrook
As
at the top.
pokes it away and just runs the floor beautifully. No threat from Millbrook. And look at the bench going crazy. Forcing Millbrook to take a timeout. A beautiful play. Could be a backbreaker there by the freshman Jane Bottomer. As she's trying to match Millbrook's freshman, O'Rourke, who's had quite the game thus far.
And not only did it fire up the bench, it fired up the jungle here.
Whoops.
They just recently calmed down here, but they look fired up.
The jungle's just getting warmed up over there. It's going to get crazy in here, folks. 4.5 left in the girls' game here. Oh, I got the score backwards. Sorry about that.
Quite a lot of red in here, too.
I scored the basket on the wrong side. I was so excited. Yeah, there's a lot of red for the Riverside Rams who are playing the next game. I'm not sure why on the Valley side in that corner there's red.
I don't think the Jungle wants colored leaves in there.
No, they don't. So I don't know what's going on with that. As Page works it inside, can't connect. Crisco trying to pull down the rebounds, taken away by Page, and then they're going to call a foul on Crisco.
It looks like the Vikings had it and lost it.
Well, she never quite got her hands on it. At least, they called that on Campbell. Oh, wow. That was on Campbell, and she's now gone. So, Vikings down 2 critical pieces of their team. Arguably their best player, Megan Stevenson, is on the bench, and their 6th man coming off that bench, Jordan Campbell, also is forced to sit down. So Millbrook, despite being down by 12, now 11.
Still within striking distance.
Very much within striking distance. They got a couple of key players that they've managed to get knocked out for the Vikes. I had not seen the Vikes in this much foul trouble yet this season. And it was odd because, as the other one goes in, because they had almost nothing in the first half. I don't think anybody else is in trouble. There's an errant pass, stolen away by Millbrook. Taken down the other way by Houck.
Oh, no, you got to finish that if you're Millbrook.
Couldn't.
Oh, it's still right back.
Stolen away.
And
Crisco with a strong board.
Tough rebound for Crisco there, like my partner mentioned.
So Bottomer with it.
So active on the glass.
Thompson. Oh, yeah. Back to Pasqualone.
Don't want to pick up your dribble there.
And there's Badura with a nice move. Gets by her man and drops it in.
Smooth play along the baseline there.
Yeah, that's a big bucket right there. That puts them back up by 12 as we roll close to 3 minutes left. And that just might be the backbreakers. Millbrook launches a 3 off the mark. And they're going to say that it went off of Millbrook. So Valley will get the ball.
And back to Badura's play there. It looks easy up here where we're sitting, but when you're down there, it's definitely not easy.
Nope, and she breaks the trap there. They tried to run a half-court trap, and Badura passed right over the top of it. Sorry, not Badura.
Throws it in the middle.
There's Pasqualone, back to Bottomer. A freshman with ice water in her veins running the point. Crisco drives it in, should have shot it, but
none of these traps seem
Badura.
To phase.
Oh no, and there's an errant pass. And it's picked up
get back.
by O'Rourke, and she's fouled by Pasqualone, but the shot is no good. So Pasqualone picks up her third foul, so she's now got 3. And the freshman O'Rourke will go back to the line. Makes the first.
I think we could live with that foul, though. I mean, even though it's put Millbrook at the line.
Yeah, you can live with it. I get worried about Pasqualone fouling out. She now has 3, which isn't too bad a danger, but again, just not getting the board. So Millbrook pulls down the board and then throws it away. And that's Badura at the other end, trying for a layup, and she gets fouled. And let's see who that foul was on. That's going to be their 7th, so Badura will be at the line. He was shooting 2 anyway.
And to finish my thought on that foul up there by the Vikings, it just maybe wasn't the smartest foul, but I guess we'll live with that.
Yeah, I don't think it was a bad foul. I mean, she prevented her from making the bucket, and that's half the battle.
For sure, you don't make anything easy in this sport.
No, they don't, but just with the fouls the Vikings have, as Badura makes them both. The senior, ice water in the veins, puts the Vikes up by 13 with 2.5 left. And Millbrook is starting to run out of time here.
She's got a man defense.
For the shot off the mark.
Lady Vikings.
Rebound pulled down by Thompson.
And nice pass.
Oh, they're going to call it travel. Are you kidding? All right.
It looked fine to me, but.
Yeah, they're saying, she was a little bit off balance, but I don't know if that was a travel. Anyway, they're down there, we're up here, so hard for us to say. And clearly it's not an NBA game. And then we got a foul on Crisco as the Pioneers are now in the double bonus. So Houck will go to the line for 2. That's only Crisco's first, which is hard to believe. As the Jungle starts one of their infamous chants, Houck makes the first.
Yes, admonishing the referees is what the Jungle is very, very good at.
Yes, they are.
The perk of playing at home, right?
And it makes them both. So now an 11-point lead. As that's going to be off the Vikes, out of bounds. Turnover.
Coach McFarland pleading with the refs.
McFarland trying to say his girls got pushed, but okay, so with 2 minutes left, Millbrook down 11, bringing it up. Got Badura, the senior, on defense. O'Rourke with the pump fake, knocks in the 2.
Buries that one.
Knocks in the jumper to pull him within 9.
I believe that's 22 for O'Rourke tonight.
That is 22 for O'Rourke at least. As Bottomer
It seemed like
point over to Badura.
the Vikings have made a calculated decision to not let them, I guess.
Well, they're just going to take their time here. They're going to make them foul. And there we've got one. That's a foul on number 13.
I guess
Jenna
they didn't.
McClung with a foul, her first. And that's 8 now for Millbrook. So we got 2 1-and-1s.
Yes.
And after that, we're going to 2. Sarah Thompson's a pretty good foul shooter, so we'll see.
Running out of space for the fouls on the scoreboard here at Valley.
Oh, that one's off the mark. A jinxter. Millbrook trying to bring it up in a hurry. And they'll have to settle into a half-court offense now. As McClung with the ball. Millbrook and there's a steal, and then a foul.
Looks like they were just trying to rush.
Bottomer.
Checking the clock here with 1:12 left.
So that was McClung with a foul. As the Vikes will go to the line for a 1-and-1. That's 9 on Millbrook. So they'll be shooting 2 the rest of the way out. As Bottomer finds the bottom of the net on the first one. Make it back to a 10-point lead. As we're getting close to a minute, things are going to start getting desperate for Millbrook here pretty quickly.
Bottomer with some clutch plays down the stretch here.
Yeah, that freshman's going to be around a long time. That's a nice work there. As Millbrook
all learning
with
experience.
An easy bucket. And a steal.
Kind of careless with that ball, the Vikings.
That was Jalen Abernathy with a bucket and then a quick steal. Ball goes out of bounds to Millbrook, much to the chagrin of the Viking faithful.
Abernathy's been active on the defensive defensive side of the ball all day. Or night, I should say.
Oh, he had an open 3. I'm surprised she didn't take it. They're going to call a foul. All right. Called a foul on Bottomer as Abernathy was making her move. Abernathy's then allowed to finish the move and make the shot. As rebounds off the mark, but again, Millbrook pulls down the board. What are we doing here?
Got to box out here, the Vikings.
Thankfully, they can't make the shot. And there's a quick foul by Houck. As they're kind of in desperation mode, they're going to have to put a Bottomer back at the line. Generally not a bad strategy to foul the freshman, but she's made her last 2. She got 2 in this one. 7 points, 45 seconds. Ooh, off the mark. See if she can connect on this second one, Ben. That'll make it to 8.
Yes.
Got it.
Solid performance by Bottomer.
Millbrook up in a hurry. You don't want to foul at this point. That one's off the mark.
Rebounded by
Thompson.
The
and
Valley
she is quickly fouled.
going back to the line again.
Yep, back to the line for 2 more. And I think this one I
Could salt this
say,
thing away.
Yeah, I can finally say with some confidence that I think this one's over, Ben. But man, the Pioneers definitely just would not go away. Thompson misses the first. They don't seem to have a lot of three-point shooting, and that's kind of what you need at this point of the
And
game.
time
Thompson
is their
misses
biggest
them
enemy, as
both.
Vikings missed 2 free throws.
Yeah, Thompson missed them both. Very surprised at that. She's
Down
usually
to,
a pretty
30
solid
seconds
free throw
here.
shooter. As Page puts it up and in.
Friendly roll
And
in
we got a
unfriendly
quick timeout.
confines.
That's their last timeout with 25 seconds left. Going to be a full timeout here. So we'll give you some quick stats while we're waiting. And actually, let me read off the sponsors quickly while we're waiting. Our sponsors for this evening, along with the families mentioned, are First Team Sports, Velocity Wings. And 1 second here, let me roll this across. Yeah, rolling across the top, you'll see the sponsors. Velocity Wings, Huntington SAT and ACT Tutoring, Steigerweld Gordon Koch Wealth Advisors, Tim Mady Wealth Management, part of White Pine Capital, Patty Schushman Photography, Lydia Clark, Realtor, Gricius Orthodontics, Terry's Body Shop, Browning Equipment, Tari Orthodontics, and Coach's Corner Grill.
And once again, thank you to all the families that donated to help us cover these proceedings tonight.
Yes, you can see their names scrolling across the top of your screen here. We have 25 seconds left.
And also to our fine sponsors also mentioned by my partner, Rod Ogren.
And thank you to Ben Latrario for providing some excellent color commentary and occasional play-by-play as I lose my place trying to do everything else. The Vikings take a timeout. They still have 2 left.
And visits from Coach Dawson.
Of course, visits from Coach Dawson. Let's look at the players. Let's look at the team stats real quick. We'll talk about the players at the end. So you can see the Vikings had, well, a 12-point lead at the end of the first and at halftime, and down to 10 at the end of the third. So Millbrook's just hanging around. They're within 6 now.
And the rebounding advantage for the Vikings ballooned again.
Yeah, 26-16. Turnovers are pretty even.
Partially one of the reasons why they've built this 6-point lead here.
Yep. Their shooting percentage overall is better, 64% to 53.
And the free throw percentage is not
three
terrible,
yeah.
but I'd like to see a little bit higher than that, probably around 85 maybe.
Well, 85. I'd be happy
90.
with 75. 90. 25 seconds left. Long baseball pass to Madura. She is fouled, but misses the layup, but she's fouled on the way in. Foul on Page, number 10.
Tell you what, though, that's one hell of a pass from one end of the court to virtually the other side of it.
That was quite a pass. They only ran off 3 seconds.
And for Millbrook not to even get a hand on that ball is kind of shocking, as long as it was in the air.
Yeah, well, it was just led her nicely. It was like a touchdown bomb in the NFL. Madura connects on the first. Put us back to 7-point lead with 22 seconds.
Madura with 22 points on the night.
Yeah, she had 22. Pasqualona has 27. Madura shows you how it's done, making 2 free throws to seal the deal.
Curious to see what would
a bank 3-pointer by Vanessa Cooper. That was about a 25-footer. Banked it home. And the quick foul by Avery O'Rourke. Amazingly enough, that's her first foul. Avery O'Rourke, 22 points tonight for the true freshman.
Foul.
And only 1 foul. As both teams are now in the double bonus.
All these fouls here drug this game to a crawl.
And Bottomer all of a sudden is struggling at the line here. Vikings only a 5-point lead. It's pretty critical.
You put it up their 6-point game here.
Straight in. That makes a big difference. Now Millbrook needs 2 threes.
And barring a miracle, this game looks over.
And that's blocked by Bottomer. quickly up to Badura, in for the layup, and that is going to do it. Congratulations to the Lady Vikings. The second straight year, they are the regional champions. I'm sorry, they were not regional champions last year. I think Millbrook beat them. But they're regional champions this year. It means they'll have a 1 seed going into next week's quarterfinal. Our final there, 78-70, is Badura with the last bucket there.
I couldn't think of any better way to end that game than on a basket.
Yeah, it was a pretty crazy basket too. So here you go. Look at this. Pascalone and Badura, 52 points between them. That's crazy, Ben.
Part of me wonders where the game would be without one of those ladies in the lineup tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, Pascalone had 21 in the first half, so she just owned the first half, and then Badura came to life in the second, putting up 25 total. When you look at the other side, Avery O'Rourke, the true freshman, she's going to really be a tremendous player for Millbrook for the next 3 years. She put up 22
Paige was
points.
17 as well.
Yep, Paige was 17, Houck was 14.
And I really think the Vikings played well, even though they had 2 people foul out. The team rallied around the rest of, each other, and really didn't make that a factor down the stretch here.
Yeah, they really did. They did a great job of that. I mean, when you lose a player like Megan Stevenson and a 6th man like Jordan Campbell for basically the entire quarter, that can be tough to overcome. But they hung tough and really only gave up. They were ahead by, I think, 12 going into the fourth and only won by 8. So.
But the bottom line is, Lady Vikings are Region 4C regional champions, and I think that's the big story of tonight.
Yes, it is. All right, Ben, so I'm going to take a break here for our next game. We'll leave the camera on and so they can announce the regional champions. And we will be back in a few moments.
Principal Sue Ross with the hardware here.